Hey there, I'm going to make a little walkthrough for my class on a lab that we did this week. It's like the first network that we built, so I'm going to make it for them, and I'll post it on YouTube here for you in packettracer. So we're going to make two networks. Now we're going to go down to, oh, that's League in the background, by the way. I just got stomped in a draft game. All right, so first thing we need is a router. So go down along the bottom of the routers. I always use, if you can see right here, that's PT router, not PT empty, PT router. We bring that up. Okay, now if we open that up and look in the configuration, we'll go over here, configuration. Device is still booting, that's cool. But if I go over here, yeah, I know. And you'll see fast Ethernet 0 and fast Ethernet 1.0. Those are RJ45 connectors, and that's what we're going to use. So then we're just going to build up our network. It's a partial network. So then we're going to go over right next to the routers. You're going to see switches again. We're going to go for PT switch. We're going to need two of them. Okay. Now, if you remember, you need three things for a network. You need end devices, you need intermediary devices, and you need a media. So these are the intermediary devices. Let's get some end devices. We'll go up to the top row, click on devices, and we'll grab a PC. We'll grab another PC, and we'll grab a laptop. Actually, I'm going to zoom this in so it looks better when we'll try. Whoops, can I move this around? I should be able to move this around. Yeah, something like that. That looks better. No, I don't want a laptop. Oops, I made a mistake. So I'll go up here and hit the little, see that little back arrow? And you say cancel, and then I do it again just to make sure I'm deleting the right thing. Okay, I did. Yes, delete that. Thank you. Cool. Back to devices. I want a server, so I'll just put that right here. Actually, I'm going to move this around like this so it looks a little better, okay? Then we'll do the same thing over here. We'll grab PC, PC, and a server. So we got two things. We got end devices. We got intermediary devices. What we don't have is a medium. So we're going to use RJ45. Sorry, a bit of a sore throat today. So we go down here to the lightning bolt, and you can see all the different connectors and stuff. Third one over is RJ45. We click that. We go up to the router, and we go to fast Ethernet 00, and we're going to bring that over the switch, okay? And just any fast Ethernet, you can plug it into there. Then we'll go back to the router, do the same thing, and we'll go to fast Ethernet 10. Once again, we hear League in the background, and do the same thing, connect. Now we're going to connect from the switch, and you can just pick the first fast Ethernet that's available and go to the PCs, all right? So you can do that now. Well, I do. Why do I have such a sore throat? I've been vaping and whatever. Okay, that's one side done. Now, what I am going to show you is why labeling is important and the things I like to do just because it makes life easier, okay? There we go. Clicky, clicky, connecty, connecty. Clicky, clicky. Okay, there we go. So we got everything, right? We got a medium, we got end devices and all this stuff. What we don't have is IP addresses. You can see a lot of red, okay? Now, I like to do notes. So what I'm going to do is put the network IDs on both sides first. On this one, it's going to be 192.168.1.0, not 9,200, whatever that is. 192.168.1.0. And on the other side, it's going to be 200.5.5.0. Is that right? That's good. Now, those are not IP addresses. Those are network IDs. 192.168.1 is the network ID. 0 is a wildcard that says it's a class C, by the way, if you don't know that, and we'll talk about that in class later. And the 0 means you can create IP addresses there, okay? And in a class C, it goes from 1 to 254. So we're going to go over here to, actually, and the other thing, before we do anything else, I'm going to make some other notes. So best practices is to use the first IP on the network for the default gateway. So that's going to be 192.168.1.1. I'm putting a note so I know what's going on. On the other side, it's going to be 200.5.5.1, which is great. Now I'm going to label all the devices before I put the numbers in. Now, if you see this on mine, if you don't have this view, you can go in and say preferences and views and what you can see. But you want this little second label here. And then if you don't have that, just use a notepad. I'm going to put the IPs that I'm going to be using for those devices. So it's going to be 192.168.1.10 for the first device. Second one is going to be 192.168.1.20. Those are both valid IPs. Did I do that correctly? No, I'm missing a 1 over there. Thank you. I need to switch my keyboard. I'm just really attached to this one. And then the server, we're going to use the last IP on that network, which is 192.168.1.254. Okay. Then we'll do the same thing over here in the 200 network. So 200.5.5.10. And then we're going to do 200.5.5.20. And over here, whoops, there we go. We're going to do 200.5.5, and the last one is 254. Okay, so let's start configuring stuff. We're going to start with the router. We'll do one network, and then we'll do the other one, okay? And our objective is to have all these people be able to talk to each other, and then we're going to ping across, right? So let's go over here, and that's, if you don't know, you just hover over the cable, see how it says fast Ethernet 00, so I know I'm configuring the right device. So let's go to fast Ethernet 0, and if you forget what you're going to do, and you go over here and you read your little note. So we're going to go with 192.168.1.1. Click underneath, it automatically puts the subnet mask. If you don't know what that is yet, that's cool. We will talk about it in that class, and I'm sure you'll be learning this as you go. But 255.255.255.0 is a Class C network. It means those first three octets are locked in. And then don't forget, you got to go up here to this little on button. Now, as I told my class, everything I'm doing here in the GUI, because packettracer has a GUI, is happening. The commands that are happening, like represent that in Cisco, are happening down here. So you can see IP address. So it goes interface, fast Ethernet 00, address is 192.168.1, 255.255.255.0, blah, blah, blah. And then no shutdown, which is the cool to doing that on button, okay? You'll see we'll start to get some green lights. So let's go put this one in. It's going to be that little, whoops, I'm going to put this back up on here. And I just want to move that. Okay. So that little thing I'm doing there, there we go. Okay. Wasn't labeled properly. So on that, you just want to go to desktop and see IP configuration. We go up here and put 192.168.1.10. Sorry, I just had breakfast. It was delicious. Subnet mask there. Now, while you're here, you got to put your default gateway. PCs and end devices cannot get out on the network if they don't know what their default gateway. Think of the default gateway as the door out of the room that you're in, okay? So we go down here and we go 192.168.1.1. That's the default gateway. That's the IP I put on the router, right? And you don't have to do no shutdown or anything, you just close it. So go over this PC here and we go to desktop, and then we're going to put the 20 in, right? 192.168.1.20. And subnet mask is good. And then I put 192.168.1.1 for the default gateway, which is cool. Then we go to the PC and we're going to put the IP that I put down there, 192.168.1.254. Click underneath, same thing happens. And let's put the subnet in, or the default gateway, 192.168.1.1. So if we've done all that properly, we should have green lights everywhere. And to test, we can do two things. We can ping from the PC to the server. I like to ping my default gateway. So you just go up here and you go over to command prompt. You click the PC, open it up, get command prompt, and then we just go ping 192.168.1.1 ping, and we're going to get a response. See, it's time to live, bang, 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 three things. It's talking. If we want to make sure that we can talk to the PC, I can just hit the up arrow, which brings up the last command, change the one to 254 and hit go, and there you go. So now the interesting thing, you can always go to simulation mode, and I'll just do play, and we'll do a fast forward. And then if I do, watch, I'm going to just move this over here, and I'm going to use the up arrow, and I'm going to ping. See the ping command going there? I'm going to see if I can speed it up for you. There you go. There goes the ping. Wee! Wee! Right? So you can actually see the packets moving around. Now, if you're just doing a ping and you expect to see one packet, think again. And by the way, if this server isn't connected, configured properly, it can't ping back. So everything's a two-way street. Don't forget, networks are very chatty, so you might see some other traffic. Okay, so I'm going to take that, and I'll go back to real time. Now, we're going to do the left side. So we want to put 200.5.5.1 for this one. Double check. I hover over the cable, or I double check it. If you really don't know, you can take the cable, drag it off, and put it back. So we're going to go over here, and we're going to go fast Ethernet 10. I'll move over here so I can read the number I did. And this is why documentation is important. It's also very important if you're troubleshooting, because otherwise I got to open it up, find out what the IP is, and then go back. If it's just written out, I can just sort of test everything all the time, which is great. Something you can't really do IRL. So it's going to be 200.5.5.1. Click underneath here, and there you go. All the commands are there again. I get a green light. Let's configure the PCs. This is 200.5.5.10. Yeah, that's right. Click underneath there. Give us default gateway, 200.5.5.1. Oh, did you forget? You just move over, and you can just grab and move it, and you can remember the default gateway. And we're closed. We're not doing anything with DNS servers yet. And we'll carry on like that. So this one's going to be 200.5.5.20. Click underneath. You get this automatic subnet filled in. Put the default gateway. And you are good. Close that. And let's go do the server. Look at all those pretty green lights now. Last IP, 254. 200.5. Yep. Click and default gateway. 200.5.5.1. Okay, best thing is you can speed up or slow down this little video however you want. Now, I'm not even going to bother checking. I know it's going to work, but what I'm going to do is ping from here to here, and I'll do that in simulation mode. I'll put it on fast. You'll see a whole bunch of traffic will start. But we're going to go to this PC on the top one. We're going to open up the command prompt. I'm going to move it over here. See, I can see the IP address in case I forgot. I type ping. Actually, I'm going to move it right over. So, well, I'll leave it here because then you'll see it because I'm going to format this later. Ping 192.168.1.10. I hit enter, and you can see right now that this stuff is going to start going. I'll hit play so you can watch. Whee! See how it sends some packets out? One of them should hit the switch. When it hits the switch, it's going to broadcast to everybody on the network. I think that's my PC. It's going. It pings out. It goes, hey, is that you? No. No. Is that you? No. How about you? No. Is that you? And where's that? My ping? Did I get back already? I think it got back already. Nope. There it goes. Is that it? I'm going to speed you up, man. Faster. That's it. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. There you go. Hits the switch. Should see if it talks to everybody. Should be the ping command. Nope. It knows where it's going. Bang. It goes and talks to that PC. I'm going to make it go even a little faster. There you go. And now it says, yeah, I got the message. Sends it all the way back through the network. The router goes, hey, where's that PC you were talking to? And it should send it up to there. Dun, dun, dun. And gone. Ta-da! Awesome. So I'm going to go back to real time. Let's review. So we build a baby network. We have one router in charge of two networks, which are two separate networks. Imagine it like it's two rooms and the router's in the middle. We configured all of the IPs on the end devices. We configure the default gateway. That's what makes the network work. We did the same thing on the other one. They ping across because this router is handling both networks, so it understands where it will be, right? As opposed to having to build a next hop map or anything like that. And it handles the traffic between both. And there you go. You've built a basic network with two complete networks. Yeah. With a little baby model of the internet in packettracer. And it functions. You can ping across, you can communicate, and you can do all that cool stuff. So give this a try at home. If you haven't done this before or you are taking a Cisco class, you might want to try this just for practice. And if you're in my class, this is lab 1. Actually, it's net 1 or network 1. Doesn't matter. It's worth marks. You have to hand it in for me. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe, okay? See ya.